Travel has a way of revealing itself slowly, not in the rush from landmark to landmark, but in the moments where you stop, listen, and allow a place to tell you who it really is. This is Old Dubai. We went on a tour with Heritage Express, and it was a journey that moves beyond the skyline into the soul of this city. This is Dubai before the glass towers, before the speed, before the spectacle. And here, history isn't hidden behind museum walls. It lives in the streets, in the courtyards, in the quiet details you might otherwise walk past. We began in neighbourhoods where they were once home to merchants, traders, and ruling families, where boutique hotels today were once sheikhs' palaces, homes built not to impress, but to endure. You can feel it in the scale, the balance, the intention. These buildings were constructed over 150 years ago using clay, coral stone, and wood. Materials sourced directly from the land and the sea. Coral stone taken from the Arabian Gulf helped regulate temperature. Clay insulated against that desert heat. Wood beams supported roofs and designed to breathe. Nothing here was accidental. Architecture responded to climate, culture, and community, long before sustainability became a trend. The wind towers, or bargil, rise above us, a natural air conditioning system that captured breezes and funneled cool air through the home. No electricity, no machines, just intelligence passed down through generations. As we walk, the importance of trade becomes impossible to ignore. Dubai was never isolated. It was connected deeply to the world. These narrow paths once echoed with languages from India, East Africa, Persia, and beyond. Pearls, spices, textiles, gold, all passed through the city, shaping its identity as a place of exchange, movement, and possibility. Trade wasn't just economic, it was cultural. Ideas traveled here, stories arrived here, and people learned to live side by side. Different backgrounds, different beliefs, bound by respect and shared survival. The museums we visit don't overwhelm you with information. They ground you. They remind you that progress doesn't erase the past, it grows from it. You begin to understand that modern Dubai didn't appear overnight. It was built on resilience, adaptation, and vision, by people who knew how to work with their environment, not against it. Even the trees tell a story. The gaff trees standing quietly throughout the area aren't decorative. They're symbols of life in harsh conditions, providing shade, food, and shelter. They represent patience, strength, and generosity, values deeply rooted in Emirati culture. Standing beneath them, you realize how much meaning exists in what we overlook. And that's what this experience really offers. Not just knowledge, but perspective. It asks you to slow down, to observe, to question, to make the effort to truly learn about a place rather than consume it. Because travel at its best isn't about ticking boxes. It's about what stays with you long after you've returned home. The way a culture approaches family, the way a city adapts to its environment, the way values are woven into everyday life. These are things that shape us, quietly yet permanently. And when you travel with children, this becomes even more important. Children don't need endless theme parks, malls, or soft play areas to remember a place. What they need is context, connection, and stories. They need to see how people lived before screens, before access, before convenience. They need to understand that the world didn't always look the way it does now. Walking through Old Dubai gives children something far more valuable than entertainment. It gives them awareness. They see homes that were built with intention, the communities that matter, the culture that is preserved through care, not speed. These experiences plant seeds. They teach curiosity, respect, and appreciation for difference. And one day, those lessons surface in how they treat people, how they view the world, and how they choose to live. This is why experiences like Heritage Express Tour matter. They remind us that behind every modern city is a foundation of history. Behind every culture is a story worth learning. And behind every journey is an opportunity to grow once you're willing to engage. Old Dubai doesn't shout for attention, it invites you in quietly. And if you listen carefully, it leaves you with something far more meaningful than a photograph. It leaves you changed. We opted for the meal at the end of the tour because we know that there is no better bridge to culture than that of food. Food here tells a story of migration, climate, and connection. Simple ingredients shaped by necessity, influenced by the routes passed through this city. Spices that traveled by sea, cooking methods adapted to heat and scarcity. Meals designed to nourish, to share, to bring people together. Food isn't just sustenance, it's memory, it's identity, it's history served quietly without performance. On this tour, you're reminded that food is one of the most honest ways to understand a culture, because recipes are rarely rushed and traditions are passed down with care. In today's world of sensationalized media, where headlines flatten cultures into stereotypes, experiences like this matter more than ever. So much of what we think we know about other places comes in fragments from social media clips, news cycles, half-told stories. But when we travel with intention, we create our own points of reference. We replace assumption with understanding, noise with nuance, fear with familiarity. We quiet stereotypes and leave room for learning. Throughout the tour, one phrase stays with me: open hearts, open minds. And it feels like the perfect way to travel, because when your heart is open, you approach a place with respect. When your mind is open, you allow what you're seeing to challenge what you thought you already knew. And to me, this is the true beauty about travel. Once you allow it, it can change you forever. My darling, you're welcome.